What's up, y'all? Zuggy here, back at the Beyond Braid YouTube channel. It's an honor to be here, and today I'm going to be talking to you the difference between a spinning reel versus a bait casting reel. These are two of the most common fishing reels used, and I'm going to be breaking down some of the key differences and how you know when to use each. So let's start with the spinning reel. So on a rod, the spinning reel sits below the rod, and you release line by opening the bail, and the line will naturally come out after that. And you simply cast by putting your finger against the rod, flipping the bail, and then simply letting go your bait or lure. So what's great about the spinning reel is if you are a beginner fisherman, it is the easiest one to use out of all of those. Now, in terms of the accuracy and the control, it's much less than a bait caster. So if you're looking to place baits in certain spots, it's tougher on a spinning reel, but still doable. So in terms of the line and the lures, spinning reels are ideal for lighter lures and lighter line. But it's all up to really personal preference. If you have certain lures you like throwing on a spinning reel versus a bait caster, definitely follow that. Some people love to fish big topwater spooks on spinning reels. Spinning reels are great for live bait fishing. They're also great for finesse techniques, like you're a bass fisherman, like drop shotting. But some positives about them is they're really easy to learn and you have less of a risk for a backlash. The line flows off the reel much easier. Right here we have 40-pound white 8X Beyond Braid. This is actually a saltwater fisherman's favorite line. Some of the anglers that use Beyond Braid, they love the white 8X color. And it also works well with light lures and a wide variety of lures. There's not really a lure you can or can't throw on a spinning reel. A lot of people have the argument that you can't throw frogs on spinning reels, but I have in the past and it works. But ideally use a bait caster for that. Some negatives about it, it's definitely less accurate. You have less control over heavier fish. Line twists are a thing, but ultimately much better than a bait caster. Another plus about a spinning reel is that this is on the left side of the reel, the handle, but you can actually take it off and switch it to the right side. So if you buy one spinning reel, you can switch it between the left or the right, depending on what you are, whereas bait casters are only a one-sided reel. In other words, if you're a lefty, you have to buy it lefty. If you're a righty, you have to buy it righty. So that's a great transition to move our way into what is a bait caster. So the difference with a bait caster is this spool sits on top of the rod like this. And basically, in simple terms, you control the spool with your thumb. There's this button, which you place your thumb on the button like that and release and cast. And it is a much harder reel to cast than a spinning reel. It took me probably close to 6 months to really learn this thing. You have a higher risk of backlash. So what backlash is when the line on the reel becomes extremely messy, almost looking like a bird's nest. When you cast and the breaks of the reel, or you might have a bad cast or hit something behind you, the line can go like crazy and make almost like a bird's nest, and it gets really tangled and annoying. A positive about this thing is the accuracy and control. You can place baits much better in certain locations with a bait caster. It's much more accurate. You can pinpoint where you want to put your bait. Bait casters are better for heavier lures and lines. If you're a bass fisherman, you know fishing a frog with a bait caster is essential, because you're gonna put anywhere between 60 and 80-pound braid on there so you can pull those big bass out of that thick cover when fishing a frog. It's great for flipping, pitching, or using a crankbait. So overall, it's got greater casting distance and accuracy, handles heavier lures and lines, and it has more power to pull fish from heavier cover. However, some negatives are, there is a steep learning curve. It takes a while to master this thing. And if the brakes are not adjusted properly, or you hit something on your back cast, or the wind is a factor, your braid or line can backlash greatly. And the other thing is, bait casters are way more expensive than spinning reels, so budget is definitely a thing to keep in mind. There are some pros and cons in each, but I hope these tips helped you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. Comment down below any fishing tips you want to hear, and I will make a video. And credit to ChatGPT for this information. See you on the next episode. Peace out.